Good morning, everyone, and let's start today the first lesson of the growth of our business. So, basically, we need to understand today what is the first step to be taken for the growth in this workshop. So we'll start from beginning, and today you are going to learn lot of things, and you are just going to take so many steps in your business. So are we ready? Yes, yes. Come on, guys. Yeah, yes, great. So we need to understand. I think we all are very much excited to learn today all about the business automation. And this my promise that today you are going to rock in your business. So let's start. So please type ready and please switch on all your videos so that I can connect you uh, directly and I can transfer my energy, my knowledge, my experience to you so that you can take many actions in your business today. And I'll request you, please take a notepad and paper with you so that we can understand, we can write, and later on we can take action in our business. So, just moving ahead. First thing, I'd like to ask one thing from you all people, that are you self-employed or a business owner or a CEO? So please type in the chat box uh, quickly, please. Are you self-employed or a business owner or a CEO in your business? So most of us may be understanding themselves that they are a CEO. Some people may be understanding they are a business owner, and very rarely people accept themselves as a self-employed. But this is a true that most of business owner, I would say more than 95% startups and the MSMEs business owner are working as a self-employed, but the self-acceptance is not there. That's why they are not able to take any corrective action. Are you with me, guys? Yes. So let's now understand and let's uh, learn today how we can become from the self-employed and to business owner or to CEO. So this is a ladder basically. So when people start, most of the people are starting their business. Actually, when earlier they are working in the corporate, and thereafter they are resigning from there and they are starting their own business. So in both the cases, actually you have to be work as a CEO to ensure the growth of your business. So today let's learn, and this is my promise that today you are going to learn a lot of things, and thereafter you will be able to implement the growth hacks and the growth rules in your business. Great. So just moving ahead. Now I'd like to ask one question from you, that are you a business operation manager in your business? Are you looking after sales management? Are you heading the accounts department? Are you heading the strategy uh, building officer? Or you are also looking after customer care service, digital marketing service, performance management? So that I can list much more positions here, and the accountabilities business owner are taking in their business. So you have to analyze and you have to first introspect yourself that what you are in your business. जहां तक मुझे लगता है कि हम सभी में से, मुझे लगता है जितनी भी चीजें यहाँ पे लिखी हुई हैं, तो वी आर ऑल हेडिंग एंड जेंटलमैन, जस्ट बिलीव मी, दिस इज अ ट्रैप एंड द स्टोरी स्टार्ट फ्रॉम हियर ओनली। यहाँ से हम लोग की जर्नी स्टार्ट होती है कि हम क्या करते हैं, क्योंकि जो हम करेंगे तो वही, उसी में हमें रिजल्ट आएंगे। एंड एंड we are leaving behind so many income producing activities. So this is much more important, right? So let's understand, and you can also write in your paper what roles you are taking care of, whether you are taking care of operation, whether you are taking care of sales management, whether you are taking care of accounts strategy, customer service, digital marketing, performance management. If you are taking care of all of them, please write yes, 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 I'm an operation manager. And then if you're also taking care of sales management, so please write, say, I'm a sales manager, I'm a accounts manager, I'm a strategy building manager, I am a customer service manager, I'm a digital marketing manager, I'm a performance management head, or leading the performance management also. So there may be many other things, like in case of product and service companies or supply chain companies, they may be joining, or they may be also taking care of procurement, sales, business. Lot of things are taking care by the business owner. So this is the trap, and the story and journey starts from here only. Great. So let's start now. एज आई सेड, जो हम लोग करते हैं, हम उसी हिसाब से बनते जाते हैं। तो अरिस्टोटल ने कहा है कि व्हाट वी डू रिपीटेडली, राइट, देन दैट विल कम इनटू एक्शन, एंड लेटर ऑन दैट बिकम्स आवर हैबिट। सो ये ट्रैप कैसे बनता है? ये ट्रैप इसी तरह से बनता है कि हम लोग स्टार्टिंग से सारा कुछ करना स्टार्ट करते हैं, हमें लगता है कि वी डोंट हैव capable team, then let's start doing each and everything, and the trap starts from here only. So we need to be careful when we are starting. So today is not also not that is not impossible. It today is also possible to change your habit, or then after that will again the change thing, or the right things will become your action, and thereafter you can start doing the right thing as per the strategy. अभी इसमें क्या होता है कि हम लोग चाहते तो हैं कि हम लोग ग्रोथ जो एक्टिविटीज है हम उसमें इन्वॉल्व रहें, लेकिन ऐसा हो नहीं पाता, क्योंकि हम लोग जब भी हमारा डे स्टार्ट होता है मॉर्निंग से, तो वो मॉर्निंग फिर इवनिंग हो जाता है, बट वही होता है जो हम लोग करते आ रहे होते हैं। दिस इज द सेम, लाइक फॉर एग्जाम्पल, यू आर ड्राइविंग फ्रॉम योर होम टू योर ऑफिस, तो इन फैक्ट यू आर नॉट इन द कॉन्शियस माइंड, यू नॉट नोटिसिंग ईच एंड एवरीथिंग दैट वे, बट क्योंकि आपकी आदत बन चुकी है, तो आप कहीं और भी सोच रहे हैं, दिमाग कहीं और भी है, तब भी आप ऑफिस पहुंच जाएंगे। एंड दैट बिकॉज दैट हैज एंटर्ड इनटू आवर सबकॉन्शियस माइंड। कॉन्शियस माइंड यदि कुछ और भी सोच रहा है, तब भी वो सबकॉन्शियस माइंड आपको आपके ऑफिस ले जाएगा। वैसे ही स्टेयरिंग टर्न हो जाएगी, जहां पे आपको टर्न लेना, राइट टर्न लेना, लेफ्ट टर्न लेना है, और ऑफिस पहुंच जाएंगे। तो सिमिलरली it happens with us in the business also, because we are not practicing the right thing. We have just got stuck in a trap which is preventing your growth of your business. So we need to understand this thing. We have to bring we have to activate our conscious mind, and we have to the send a signal to our subconscious mind, so that the subconscious mind can remove your bad habits and can develop your right practice, right habits, which is will be accountable for your growth. आगे बढ़ते हैं। तो स्टीफन आर कोवे ने बोला है कि सो अ थॉट रीप एन एक्शन, show an action, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap a character. Sow a character, reap a destiny. So this is very true. और हम जाने अनजाने में, नोइंगली अननोइंगली, हम ये काम करते हैं। जब हम लोग जो हम सोचते हैं वो हमारे एक्शन पे आता है, यदि हम इसको अपने सबकॉन्शियस माइंड में ले जा पाते हैं, और जो हम करते हैं वही हमारी हैबिट बनता है, और जो हमारी हैबिट में आता है वो हमारा कैरेक्टर बन जाता है, और जो कैरेक्टर में आता है वही हमें डेस्टिनी डिफाइन करता है। तो दिस इज अ ट्रू थिंग्स, एंड आई हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ 20 years of my experience that it works well, and the things happens in this way only. But unknowingly we are not understanding this thing and the true potential of this ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन. सो आज हम लोग ये देखेंगे कि आप ट्रांसफॉर्मेशनल कैसे हो सकते हो या अपने बिजनेस को ट्रांसफॉर्म कैसे कर सकते हो. जो जेंटल मैन एंड द लेडीज इन माय वर्कशॉप टुडे नोट इट डाउन. Today's can be a turning point if you are taking a right action, if you are building a right thought, and that will become in your habit, and that will decide this definitely your business destiny, right? So in this way we can understand and we can think how we can develop our right habits and that will turn into the business. तो पहले हमें अपने आप को चेंज करना पड़ेगा, then only business हमारा चेंज होगा. तो this is a fact, this is a true. If you're not changing your habits, if you're not changing your thought, if you're not changing your action, you can not change yourself. और जब आप चेंज नहीं करोगे तो डेफिनेटली आपका बिजनेस चेंज नहीं होगा. अब इसमें क्या होता है कि हमें दो तीन चीजों में फोकस करना चाहिए बीइंग अ बिजनेस ओनर, कि नॉलेज, स्किल एंड डिजायर. ये तीन चीजें हैं. यदि मैं इसको समराइज करता हूं, कि तीन चीजें हमें जरूरत होती है किसी बिजनेस को बिल्ड करने के लिए या हमें रेवेन्यू ज्यादा ग्रैब करने के लिए. व्हाट वी डू एंड व्हाई. तो हमें इस बात का नॉलेज होना चाहिए कि हमें क्या करना है और हमें क्यों करना है. तो बेसिकली दिस इज अ मिसिंग इन द मोस्ट ऑफ द बिजनेसेस, कि हमें क्या करना है. उनको पता तो है बट नथिंग इज इन इन द रिटन एंड वी आर नॉट फॉलोइंग द सेम थिंग. एंड जो हमारा एक प्रोक्रेस्टिनेशन भी आप कह सकते हैं, या फिर ये आप ये कह सकते हैं कि हमारा जो एक तरह से नॉलेज है वो हमारा किसी और रूटीन जॉब में बिजी है और हम उसको ढंग से नहीं एग्जीक्यूट कर पा रहे हैं. इसी तरह से स्किल्स में आते हैं. स्किल्स आपकी ये बताती हैं कि हाउ टू डू. तो जब आपका व्हाट एंड व्हाई क्लियर होता है तो आपको दूसरा नंबर पे फोकस करना है कि हाउ टू डू. तो ये जो है दैट दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द रोड मैप. रोड मैप बना होना चाहिए आपका. देन ओनली योर स्किल्स कैन बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू द राइट थिंग टू प्रोड्यूस द रिजल्ट. सो इन दिस केस वी नीड टू बी वेरी कॉशियस कि हमारा रोड मैप हो. यदि हमारा रोड मैप नहीं होगा, हमारा गोल सेटिंग नहीं होगी और हमारी यदि एक जो भी हमारी एक डेस्टिनेशन में जाने के लिए एक हमारी स्ट्रैटेजी या प्लानिंग है वो नहीं होगी, तो हमारी स्किल्स भी वहाँ पे लीकेज होगा और हमारी स्किल्स भी राइट डायरेक्शन पे काम नहीं कर पाएंगी और रिजल्ट प्रोड्यूस नहीं कर पाएंगी. उसके बाद है डिजायर, कि आपका डिजायर क्या है. तो डिजायर आपका, आप ये सोचेंगे कि डिजायर तो बीइंग अ बिजनेस ओनर यही होता है कि हम रिजल्ट प्रोड्यूस करें. बट एग्जैक्टली रिजल्ट प्रोड्यूस कैसे होगा यदि आपके पास नॉलेज नहीं है, व्हाट क्लियर नहीं है, व्हाई क्लियर नहीं है, और यदि ये आपके पास रोड मैप, आपके पास प्लानिंग, आपके पास स्ट्रेटजी, आपके पास रिसोर्सेज, राइट रिसोर्सेज नहीं है, तो आपकी स्किल्स भी नहीं उसमें काम आ पाएगी. तो डिजायर ओनली कांट डू एनीथिंग. अब इसमें क्या होता है कि अब इसका रिवर्स भी हम कह सकते हैं कि इफ आवर डिजायर इज मच मोर स्ट्रॉन्ग, देन ये रिवर्स इंजीनियरिंग भी काम करता है फॉर्मूला, कि वांट टू डू. यदि आपको वांट टू डू, हैव टू डू एंड नीड टू डू, आपका यदि ये क्लियर है, जितना ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग है उतने ही ज्यादा आप इसको कर पाएंगे. तो डिजायर हैज टू बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू बर्निंग डिजायर. ओके, सो लेट्स मूव अहेड. अब क्या है, यहाँ पे समझते हैं कि ये प्रॉब्लम क्या है. तो लेट्स राइट डाउन प्रॉब्लम इन बिकमिंग सीईओ. अब सबको ये पता है कि हमें एज ए सीईओ काम करना है, हमें सेल्फ एम्प्लॉयड काम नहीं करना है, ये ट्रैप है. और इस चीज को हम कैसे सॉल्व कर सकते हैं या इस चीज से हम बाहर कैसे आ सकते हैं. तो सबसे पहले ये हमें राइट डाउन करना पड़ेगा कि हमारे पास क्या क्या हमारे पास बैरियर्स आ रहे हैं, क्या क्या हमारे पास प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही है जो एक सीईओ बनने में बैरियर या चैलेंज है हमारे बिजनेस के लिए. So please write down what is the problem. So is it a team? Is it the money? Is it system? It is partner? Is it family? Is it qualification? Is it product? It is service, place, vendor, competitors. पेरेंट्स, हेल्थ एंड द सॉफ्टवेयर। तो ये क्या है प्रॉब्लम, बेसिकली वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड। तो ये आपको क्लियर होना चाहिए। आप अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स राइट डाउन कर सकते हैं। तो जो आपके पास पेन पेपर है, प्लीज राइट डाउन योर प्रॉब्लम्स, व्हाट आर द प्रॉब्लम्स यू आर फेसिंग। क्योंकि जब हमें सबसे पहले प्रॉब्लम आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़ेगा और उसके बाद ही हमें आगे बढ़ना पड़ेगा। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इफ वी आर अ बिजनेस ओनर, जैसे आई सेड कि वी आर अ ड्राइवर ऑफ द बिजनेस एंड वी आर अ लीडर, so we need to understand what is the problem. So basically, uh, team follows you uh, because you are a business leader, and if your path, your goal is not clear, so team also gets confused. So you have to empower with the resources, you have to empower with the knowledge, you have to empower with the strategy and the planning roadmap to your team. So leader has to be prepared. अभी हम प्रैक्टिस करेंगे हाउ वी कैन डू इट। करेक्ट। नाउ एग्जैक्टली आप लोगों ने प्रॉब्लम लिख ली होंगी, एंड हो सकता है कि किसी के पास एक, किसी के पास दो, या किसी के पास 10, किसी के पास 20, किसी के पास 25, या मोर देन दैट ऑल्सो प्रॉब्लम्स विल बी देयर। बट वी नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई व्हाट इज द एग्जैक्ट प्रॉब्लम। तो यहाँ पे क्या है, हम आगे बढ़ते हैं। अभी हमें पता करते हैं कि प्रॉब्लम है क्या चीज। अभी हमें लगता है बिकॉज वी आर इन द ट्रैप एंड वी आर इन द ब्लेम गेम सिचुएशन। So we never blame ourselves, we blame always others. So this is also a part of habit and part of thought process and part of your action, and उसी तरह से हमारा डेस्टिनी डिफाइन होता है। तो हमें क्या है कि दूसरे को ब्लेम नहीं करना है, हमें अपना सिस्टम स्ट्रॉन्ग करना है। यदि आपकी टीम काम नहीं कर रही है तो ओनली द टीम members are not accountable, not responsible for not achieving the results or goals. But basically, leader has to take his or her own responsibility, accountability, whatever business achieved or whatever business is failing to achieve. सो बेसिकली इन माय ओपिनियन ये टीम की अकाउंटेबिलिटी या टीम का फेलियर कम है, सबसे ज्यादा लीडर का फेलियर ज्यादा है। तो एज ए लीडर इन द बिजनेस, बिकॉज यू आर लीडर ऑफ योर बिजनेस, यू हैव टू आइडेंटिफाई व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम। सो रियली दीज आर अ प्रॉब्लम्स जो हमने आपने अभी तक लिस्ट किया है। तो आपकी प्रॉब्लम्स यही हैं या कुछ और हैं। सो यदि आप जानना चाहते हैं तो let's understand what is the problem. So basically, as I said, leader has to take accountability, leader has to take responsibility. तो वो प्रॉब्लम टीम की नहीं है, सिस्टम की नहीं है, बिजनेस की नहीं है, वो प्रॉब्लम उस लीडर की है जो बिजनेस ड्राइव कर रहे हैं, या उन डिसीजन मेकर्स की है, या वो स्ट्रेटजी बिल्डर्स की है जो ये सब काम कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि कंपनी हमारी उसी हिसाब से मूव करती है। तो in fact, let's understand this is a true. This is you are a problem. So you are a leader, you are driver of the business. So you are a problem of the business. So basically, act, the most of the people not accepting this thing. So being a big leader, you have to accept it and you have to move forward. So this is a thing has to be done. So you need to understand uh, how you are accountable, why you are a only problem in your business. You need to understand this thing. So let's move ahead. अब ये क्वेश्चन आता होगा आपके माइंड में कि वाई मी, मैं क्यों ज्यादा मैं क्यों प्रॉब्लम हूं, या व्हाई ओनली द प्रॉब्लम इन मी। सो वी लेट्स मूव अहेड एंड रिकवर। मैं आपको बता रहा हूं कि आप ही क्यों प्रॉब्लम है, या आपकी ही सबसे ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम क्यों है आपके बिजनेस में, आपके कंपनी में, या आपके गोल ना अचीव कर पाने में, या आपका टारगेट ना अचीव करना कर पाने में। So, ladies and gentlemen, these are 7 points you need to focus on. That why you are a problem in the business, why problems, why there is a problem in you. So you need to understand, because you have leaky bucket syndrome in your business. you are suffering from this syndrome. Assumptions, you are living in the assumptions, not the reality. You have the unprepared delegation. That's why this is a problem. You don't have any written clear roadmap, and you are not able to convey to your team. So this is a problem. So if you're not able to communicate your goal, your planning, your strategy to your team members, how they can be accountable for your business, how they can be accountable for your achieving a goal. Lack of goal and planning, किसी किसी के पास तो रोड मैप तो बहुत दूर की बात है, गोल ही नहीं है, ना ही प्लानिंग है. तो ये वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस थिंग, लैक ऑफ स्ट्रेटजीज, सिस्टम एंड कल्चर. so there is no strategy in place, there is no system in place, there is no culture. यदि आपके पास strategy नहीं है, system नहीं है, तो culture तो होगा ही नहीं. And you believe in hire and fire. So you don't have proven strategy, how you can hire the team, whether you are hiring a right person or not. So what happens, what you hire and they work 1 month, 2 month, 3 months or 4 months, and ultimately they don't produce desired results, and after that you fire them or they leave your organization. So this keeps happening because of these 7 points. So write it down on a paper, and let's understand. uh, we have to remove, we have to overcome these 7 problems uh, in your business. और वो कैसे होता है? Because you are a leader, you are a driver, so you need to take initiative, and you need to understand how you can this uh, overcome, or how you can basically understand and then build a proper system in your company. And while considering these all 7 points, then only system will can grow. So you are actually full of these problems, so that's why you're not able to overcome uh, these problems, and you're not able to focus on solution of these problems, because you have stuck in a trap. So you need to understand how leaky bucket system actually works. So these are things, you are bringing many things, new things in your business, whether it's a people, resources, money, but at the same time that is not staying with you. आप इतना सारा कुछ काम करते हैं, बट आपका कैश फ्लो एज इट इज रहता है. आपका यदि नेगेटिव कैश फ्लो है, या बहुत कम बहुत लो लेवल का कैश फ्लो है, तो वो वही रहेगा. आपकी सेल बढ़ रही है, आप कस्टमर न्यू कस्टमर ऐड कर रहे हैं, और आप न्यू रिसोर्सेज हायर कर रहे हैं, बट वो चीज क्या है, लीकेज सिस्टम की वजह से वो दैट इज नॉट बीइंग सस्टेन्ड, एंड दैट इज गोइंग आउट फ्रॉम द बॉटम. तो ये चीज आप ऊपर से डालते जा रहे हैं और नीचे से निकलता जा रहा है, बिकॉज दे जो बीच का सिस्टम है, देयर सो मेनी लीकेजेस, so many holes, so many gaps in the system, and all gaps are the part of those 7 points, whatever we have displayed. So we need to focus on these points. So right now, if you are in the situation, so these are points are responsible uh, to hold uh, your degrowth, or these points are definitely accountable for not growing up to the mark or as per the setting goal. Now just move ahead. एंड द सेकेंड व्हाट वी सेड, जो 7 पॉइंट में से जो सेकेंड पॉइंट है वो है, हमारे पास डेटा नहीं है और एजम्पशन नहीं है. तो अभी हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं कि जो हमारे पास ये 7 पॉइंट्स थे, वो 7 पॉइंट्स का रीजन क्या है, व्हाई दीज 7 पॉइंट्स आर देयर, वो कैसे काम करते हैं. तो पहला लीकी बकेट, जो आप न्यू रिसोर्सेज न्यू टीम लेके आ रहे हैं, और नीचे से आपके वो लीकेज है और निकल रहा है. तो ये दूसरा क्या है, अजम्पशंस. So basically, what happened? Most of the business owners are living in assumptions only, because they don't have system, they don't have the process, they don't have defined strategies, or they don't have the provision of setting goals and tracking of that goals, and they are not able to set देयर टीम अकाउंटेबल। तो वर्क क्या करते हैं, वो एजम्पशन से जीते हैं, तो दे डू द हिट एंड ट्रायल बेसिकली। तो this is actually the second problem which you are facing. So how we can remove this one, we'll talk it in the later part of our workshop, how we can achieve, how we can remove this and achieve your our goal. The third one is unprepared delegation. So uh, you also can notify this thing कि हमारे आपके पास ये अनप्रिपेयर डेलीगेशन कितना होता है। पहले हम अपने आप से ये पूछते हैं कि आर वी हैविंग अ ट्रेनिंग मटेरियल? आई बिलीव नो। My experience is, because I have worked with 200 प्लस बिजनेस ओनर्स, तो यहाँ पे आप देखते हैं किसी भी एमएसएमईज में या किसी भी स्टार्टअप में जो ग्रो नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, उनके पास एक सबसे बड़ा थर्ड पॉइंट, थर्ड रीजन है, उनके पास कोई भी ट्रेनिंग मटेरियल नहीं है। So we need to understand how we can build a training material, and training किसके लिए? Training can be for the customers, training can be for your team. So if you are not training your customer, if you are not training your team, so what will happen? Uh, uh, you can't convey, you can't empower your team to achieve your goals, और वो आपके विजन का, आपके मिशन का वो पार्ट नहीं हो सकते हैं। So you need to understand how you can train your team, how you can train your customer. Even though if you are rightly educating your customer and providing training your customer, so they can be a part of your growth strategy. So how we can do it? तो इसमें प्रोसेस भी आता है, उसमें सिस्टम भी आता है, और उसमें ट्रेनिंग भी आती है। तो दिस इज आर रिक्वायर्ड बिफोर डेलीगेशन। यदि आप टीम की बात करते हैं, तो ये आप यदि टीम को ट्रेनिंग नहीं देते हैं, प्रोसेस नहीं सिखाते हैं, सिस्टम नहीं बताते हैं, तो और इन सब चीजों की ट्रेनिंग नहीं देते हैं, तो व्हाट विल हैपन? There won't be any growth, or they won't be participating to achieve your goal. So this is the happening. So how many people are here in the workshop the accepting this thing? So please type yes in your chat box if you are really the suffering this kind of issues. Your team is not working at whatever you are wanting them to work, or your team is not following your instructions, or they are not delivering projects or services to the customer in time, or they are not able to work as per your expectation. So please write yes, 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 so many people. So please write down, you need to build a system, you need to build processes, you need to build a training material for your this thing. So you need to understand how you can track it. So in this case, now let's move ahead. So this is the third point what we are covering. Now let's understand the second thing. नाउ द नेक्स्ट वन इज स्ट्रैटेजी। जो हम लोगों ने 7 पॉइंट्स अभी हम समझ पाते हैं, तो वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड द स्ट्रैटेजी पार्ट। अब क्या स्ट्रैटेजी में सबसे पहले आता है आपका रोड मैप, गोल। तो गोल मस्ट बी क्लियर। आपने अकाउंटेबल कर दिया टीम को, आपने स्ट्रेटजी बना दिया, आपने ट्रेनिंग कर दिया, आपने गोल सेट कर दिया। नाउ द यू हैव टू बी रेडी with a proper clear vision, mission, and the roadmap, how you can define your roadmap, and how you can educate your team or your customer to achieve your goal. So I'll be discovering the later part of in the meeting. अब यहाँ से हम लोग एक एक्सरसाइज करते हैं कि हाउ वी कैन सेट आर गोल। अब यहाँ पे एक सबसे बड़ा चैलेंज आता है। एवरीबडी नोज द गोल मस्ट बी देयर इन द बिजनेस, एवरीबडी नोज दैट वी हैव टू डिफाइन गोल, देन ओनली वी कैन ग्रो। बट द सेम टाइम very few people have defined goal in their business. So I'll do some exercise. अब यहाँ पे जो पॉइंट्स हैं, हाउ many लीड्स, ये एक पॉइंट्स हैं और ये हम इनको ही कंसीडर करके हमें निकालना है। तो आज की डेट में यदि हमारे पास ये चीजें जो पॉइंट्स मेंशन है, हाउ many लीड्स पर डे वी आर गेटिंग और पर मंथ वी आर गेटिंग, हाउ many people are required to handle those leads, what is the average lead cost, what is the customer acquisition cost, what is the per customer average revenue, marketing expenses, other expenses, यदि हमें इस बारे में पता नहीं है, so we are again living in the guesstimation, not in the estimation, and this is a guaranteed, and so many people have experienced this thing. If we don't have right defined strategy and goal in place in our business, we can't grow and we cannot produce desired results for our business. So let me show you something. Allow me some time to basically stop screen and opening the new one. So I'm just trying to help you out how you can set your goal. Yes. So now let's understand how we can set our goal. ये हमारी शीट हम ले लेते हैं, तो यू कैन टेक एक्सेल शीट और गूगल शीट, वट एवर यू आर कंफर्टेबल विथ। सो यहाँ पे लिखते हैं कि व्हाट आई वांट टू अचीव। तो पहली बात क्या है कि फॉर एग्जांपल आई वांट टू अचीव 10 CR इन दिस ईयर, इन दिस फाइनेंशियल ईयर और कमिंग फाइनेंशियल ईयर। सो रेवेन्यू, राइट डाउन रेवेन्यू. So I believe we all have opened this Excel sheet or a spread Google spreadsheet or whatever you have. You can also do in a paper or pen you have. So revenue expected for coming financial year. So we'll write down this thing. ऐसे कर देते हैं इसको. अब यहाँ पे फॉर एग्जाम्पल 10 CR, राइट. नाउ वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड 10 CR. अब किसी का बिजनेस सर्विस का हो सकता है, किसी का सप्लाई चेन का हो सकता है, किसी का प्रोडक्ट सेल का हो सकता है, बहुत सारे तरह के बिजनेस हो सकते हैं, तो अपने बिजनेस के अकॉर्डिंग हमें बनाना है. तो आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू मेक यू लर्न हाउ यू कैन डिफाइन दिस थिंग इन योर बिजनेस. तो ये आपका रेवेन्यू एक्सपेक्टेड फॉर द कमिंग फाइनेंशियल ईयर 10 CR हो गया. उसके बाद हमें आना है कि 10 CR के लिए अब बताएं मंथली रेवेन्यू कितना होगा. ये शीट बना लेते हैं, मंथली रेवेन्यू शीट. रेवेन्यू कितना होगा अमाउंट. अब इसमें क्या करते हैं, फॉर्मूला होता है, इक्वल का साइन लगाइए, ऊपर वाले में क्लिक कीजिए और नीचे आप 12 से डिवाइड कर दीजिए. ये आपका पर मंथ रेवेन्यू आ गया. अब यहाँ से पर मंथ रेवेन्यू आने के बाद आप कैसे कर सकते हैं और आगे कैसे बढ़ सकते हैं. तो अब यहाँ पे आते हैं, ये आपका टिकट साइज कितना है. एक कस्टमर यदि एक टीम मेंबर या आप लेके आते हैं तो उसका टिकट साइज क्या है. तो पर कस्टमर टिकट साइज, पर कस्टमर, पर डील एवरेज टिकट साइज, लेट्स से 50,000. ओके. नाउ वी यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड. अब आपको ये पता चल गया कि पूरे साल में आपको हाउ मेनी कस्टमर्स आर रिक्वायर्ड, आर रिक्वायर्ड टू अचीव माई टारगेट. अब यहाँ पे क्या होता है, आप इक्वल का साइन लगाइए और यदि मैं मंथली की बात करता हूँ तो इस पे क्लिक करिए, डिवाइड करिए और इतना करिए. तो 166 कस्टमर्स आर रिक्वायर्ड मंथली, ये हम मंथली कर देते हैं। करेक्ट। और उसके बाद इसको ईयरली भी निकाल लेते हैं। ईयरली निकालने के लिए आप ऊपर जो आपका ईयरली टारगेट है वो ले लीजिए एंड डिवाइड बाई पर कस्टमर वैल्यू ले लीजिए। आपको पूरे साल में 2000 कस्टमर चाहिए टू अचीव 10 CR। अब 2000 कैसे चाहिए? अब इसमें यह भी हो सकता है कि आपका एग्जिस्टिंग बिजनेस हो सकता है। तो एक काम करते हैं कि यहाँ पे हम लोग एक और निकालते हैं कि यदि एग्जिस्टिंग बिजनेस, एग्जिस्टिंग कस्टमर्स, एग्जिस्टिंग कस्टमर्स हु गिव्स अस रिपीट ऑर्डर, तो वो इमेजिन कर लेते हैं कि वो ऐसे 100 कस्टमर हैं। अब आपको कितना तो बैलेंस न्यू कस्टमर एक्विजिशन कितना करना पड़ेगा आपको? हाउ many हाउ मैनी न्यू कस्टमर यू नीड टू अचीव दिस? सो लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड दिस वन, जो हमें जरूरत है माइनस जो हमारे पास है, हमें 1900 कस्टमर चाहिए। अब इसके हिसाब से आगे बढ़ते हैं। अब हमें कितनी टीम मेंबर चाहिए इस चीज के लिए? तो फॉर एग्जांपल, हाउ many सेल्स टीम रिक्वायर्ड टू अचीव माय टारगेट? अब यहां पे लिखिए फॉर एग्जांपल, एक पर्सन यदि हमें ये ईयरली है हमारे पास, और ये यदि एक पर्सन हमारे पास और ये मंथली था 166, इतने कस्टमर हमें मंथली चाहिए, और यहाँ पे हमें ईयरली, तो अभी हम ईयरली कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं सारा। यहाँ पे हमें यदि ईयरली एक मंथ में या एक साल में, यदि एक मंथ और एवरेज हम ले लेते हैं कि यदि हमारे पास एक सेल्स का पर्सन हमारे पास 10 कस्टमर लेके आता है। करेक्ट। फॉर एग्जांपल यहाँ ले लेते हैं, लिख भी लेते हैं यहाँ पे, लेट्स मेंशन इट हियर, सिंगल सेल्स पर्सन कैन एक्वायर मंथली, यदि 10 कस्टमर आता है तो साल में 120 कस्टमर लेके आ गया। तो मंथली, एक्वायर मंथली, यहाँ पे हम लिख लेते हैं मंथली आपका हो गया 10। तो ईयरली कितना हो गया? ऐसे करके इसको ईयरली का भी लिख लेते हैं। तो लेट्स फोकस ऑन ईयरली, बिकॉज ईयरली के हिसाब से हम चलेंगे। तो यहाँ पे ये और इंटू 12, 120 कस्टमर ईयरली लेके आएंगे। अब इसमें यदि हाउ मेनी सेल्स पीपल आर रिक्वायर्ड, तो हमें ईयरली हमारा टारगेट कितना था? ये था हाउ मेनी कस्टमर्स वी नीड इतना, एंड हाउ मेनी न्यू कस्टमर्स वी नीड 1900। तो लेट्स टेक इट 1900 डिवाइड बाई एंड दिस 120। तो हमें 15 सेल्स के बंदे चाहिए अपने टीम पे। सो दिस इज आ थिंग्स। अब इसके बाद हमारा आता है कि ये दिस कंप्लीट शीट विल लेट यू नो हाउ मेनी कस्टमर्स वी नीड। अब नाउ वी कैन ऑल्सो ब्रेक डाउन फर्दर, हाउ मेनी हाउ मेनी lead sources we are practicing in our business. So in this case, how many lead sources? For example, three. Let's name it India Mart. Let's do it social media or digital social media, or let's referral. So you are a part of some referral organization. So from networking. So now we need to understand what is the percentage we are getting. So we can take it a reference from our previous years, previous achievements or previous trending, how much we are getting. So you need basically 15 salesperson and you need uh, 1,900 new customer to achieve 10 CR. Now we need to understand how many customers we are just here we are doing here we need 1900. So for example, let's decide uh, uh, equal contribution of these sources. So we need to understand the conversion rate also. So if we need this customer and our 10% conversion rate is there, for example, here just let's write down conversion percentage in our business. For example, 10% conversion percentage है. So now how much customers we need? We need इसका 10 times हो जाएगा. तो how many leads we need? Leads we need to acquire 1900 to acquire our target of customers. So we need 10 into this customer into 10. 19,000 leads we need in a year, correct? Now we can just or break down in further in a month. So this is a yearly calculation happening. Now let's go to the monthly. Now let's understand how many monthly leads we need. We need 1,583 leads monthly. Now let's focus how many, what is the target? Now the most of people are doing that they are practicing, for example, India Mart, social media and referral, but they are not able to focus. Most of the business owners are not able to focus कितना किससे आ रहा है और कितना किससे आना चाहिए और हमें कितना स्पेंड करना है कितना नहीं है. तो चलो यू द बिजनेस ओनर नॉट एबल टू कंट्रोल ROI also and their expenses. So basically हमें कुछ पता ही नहीं है, नंबर ही नहीं हमारे पास बिजनेस के, तो हमें पता कैसे चलेगा. नाउ लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड इंडिया मार्ट. तो इंडिया मार्ट से फॉर एग्जांपल 30% है कन्वर्जन है लेट्स से. तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, 30% हमें लीड्स आने चाहिए तीनों सोर्सेस से इक्वल. सो लेट्स डू इट. दिस वन लीड्स डिवाइड बाय 3. Okay, and then further I need to practice this thing. Okay, तो यहाँ पे जस्ट अ मिनट, फिर मुझे इतना आना चाहिए, इतने लीड्स चाहिए मुझे एक्वायर अ कस्टमर मंथली. तो आई नीड टू अगेन डिवाइड बाय 3 and then again needs to divide by 3. So I need in a year, in a month. So this is a monthly target of our leads. So we need 527 leads uh, in your business from India Mart if you have a 10% conversion. Now, if you want, this seat is prepared. You need to focus. You need to focus your expenses. You need to control your expenses. You need to focus on expectation from the respective sources. You need to work for these things. तो ये आप हर एक बिजनेस में एक डिफरेंट होता है, तो हम ये फोकस कर सकते हैं कि ये कैसे ये पॉसिबल है हमारे बिजनेस में। सोशल मीडिया से हमारे इतने लीड्स कैसे आएंगी पर मंथ, और हमें कितना इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए, क्या उसका कन्वर्जन है। वी ऑल्सो कैन फर्दर ब्रेक डाउन ऑफ दिस थिंग। अब इसमें क्या करते हैं हम लोग, ये टेम्पलेट हमारी सेट हो गई। अब उसके बाद यदि फॉर एग्जांपल हमें कल को लगता है कि वी डोंट वांट दिस वन 10 CR, वी वांट 5 CR, so you can write down and rest the calculation will be as per the things. Now how many leads we need? We need 250 leads from the India Mart in a month. How many leads, total leads we need from for our business to achieve the 5 CR? 750. And the what in a year? 9,000. So this is a concept actually you have set in your business, and you can set your target of your business and accordingly, and how many employee you need for this thing, how many customers you need, how many sales, single salesperson can require this one, so how many sales team required. So you can see here, which is in bold, you need uh, 7.5, it means 8 people in your business, sales people, to achieve this 5 CR. And accordingly you need to practice to generate these leads from that particular source. So this is basically the goal setting template, and we need to do this exercise in our business. And if you need any help, so you can reach out to me and I can help you out in this. Now, just coming back to our slide. Yeah, this one. So now we have understood how we can achieve this one. So this is a goal. So in the business, number of conversion has to be there. Okay, number of leads has to be there. Number of sales people has to be calculated to achieve the target. Otherwise, if you're not updating this one, if you're not preparing this sheet, so this is a mostly 99% chances are there you won't be achieve your target results. Okay. आगे बढ़ते हैं। अब इसके लिए क्या होगा, हमारे पास डेटा कहाँ से आएगा। ये हमने गोल तो सेट कर लिया, बट हाउ वी कैन मेजर, हाउ वी कैन ट्रैक, सो एंड हाउ वी कैन कंट्रोल आर ऑपरेशन, whether my sales team is not doing, because in the back end this is how we have set our goal, and we have find out the number of sales people and other achieving numbers to meet our target. At the same time, यदि आप supply chain में हैं, so you need to have a suppliers accordingly. You need to find the suppliers. So that is a very subjective thing. So actually, I do mostly in a one-to-one call with a business owner, this complete business templates and business numbers to calculate the business number. So you also can also reach out to me for this complete calculation of your business. Now, because this is not possible in the short span of time in this call, so we are dropping that thing now. Now, just coming to the next part of this system. So basically, only the setting of goal and the finding out numbers for our business won't only work in our business. We need to have other things also, because for example, as I always say, if you are buying Mercedes uh, van or Mercedes car actually, and then what will happen if that company is not giving steering, or the steering is not working well, so you can't use that car for the purpose you have taken or you have bought. So the similarly, only the goal setting template or the finding out these numbers won't work if you don't have the system. So entire ecosystem has to be developed by the leader of the business. So to capture the data, you need system. System may be Excel sheet, Google sheet, or CRM or ERP, etc. Whatever your business needs. So you can acquire, you can use, practice, and the same thing is that if you're using Google sheet or Excel sheet, so basically you there's a limitation of handling the huge data. Number one. Number two, there is a limitation to define and apply the so many control systems basically. So most of the ERPs are available in the market, so that can be used. This one that CRM can be used, or ERP can be used just for the understanding and building the control system of the this one. Now we need to understand, we need to move ahead. System, why our business requiring system operation. So basically system is needed to implement basically the control mechanism in your business. So as we have set right now the goals and we have defined the goal templates, so now we need to implement the system. So system has to be there. That can be a any kind of ERP, CRM, Google Sheet I said. So many people who are very, very small companies, so they are using Google Sheet or Excel Sheet to manage this thing, building the control system as per the defined goal, whatever we have discussed just uh, uh, in our previous slide. So we need to take it forward from there. So that system can let you know if you're setting the goal as we have practiced. So that sheet will define you how many systems and what the control system is required, whether it's Excel sheet can work or Google sheet can work or any CRM or any ERP will work for your system. So this is a part of that one. Now just would like to show a system for just for example. For example, because this event is sponsored by Borg, so that's why I'm just showing you this one, how you can build the system. So for example, you have any kind of ERP, CRM in your business. So let's understand. This is a basically a ERP of a business. So let me log in. So you can also correlate if you're having existing CRM, ERP, or any system in your business. But make sure based on the this template, whatever we have set now. Let me show you this one. So this template, goal template, we have set right now, and we can find out anything actually whatever we want. So based on this goal, how many sales people are required for your business, how is the conversion, how many leads are required, how many things are required. So based on this we have to decide the system. So let me show you a system. So this is a system for example. So whenever you are going for the system, so this is a very good very big challenge for each and every industry. Which system we have to go for, which CRM we have to go for, which ERP we have to go for. So thing is that how you can decide. So basically, don't go for any brand or something like that. Based on that I should go for that brand. I should go for that brand. How much features that ERP has. So basically, that all depends on your basically budget. Number one. Number two, the requirement of your business. If your business requires only the sales, account, service, or whatever type of organization you are, so you need to select your system accordingly. अब उसके लिए क्या होगा, just let me help you out to define this thing. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल यू आर फेसिंग आपके जो सप्लाई चेन है, तो उसके लिए मैं क्या कहूँगा, सबसे पहले हमें बायर जर्नी बनानी पड़ेगी. बायर जर्नी कैसे हम लोग बनाते हैं, यहाँ से मैं आप जस्ट आई एम ट्राइंग टू हेल्प यू आउट हाउ यू कैन डिफाइन अ बायर जर्नी. So as I have help you out in that setting the target and preparing the target template, just let me show you the buyer journey. तो आप एक्सेल सीट ले सकते हैं, और या फिर आप बायर जर्नी, एंड दूसरा यू कैन डिफाइन द फ्लो ऑफ योर बिजनेस, फ्लो कंट्रोल सिस्टम. So just I'm trying to help you out how you can decide how you can go for the new systems for your business. Now, if we talk about buyer journey, the buyer journey, we need to understand leads. We need leads for the our system. So write down leads. We can also understand. We can write down the, as we already practice here, that how many things we are practicing. So that varies business to business. आपके business में क्या चल रहा है आप figure out कर सकते हैं. I'm just for example I'm copying and pasting here. So these are our systems are required to, you know, this thing. Yeah, leads. Now actually this leads must have, you know, the source. These are our sources what we discussed in our previous slide. Lead sources. Now we need to understand this lead journey. First lead journey we have to define in your business. Lead journey depends on business to business, but at the same time the concept remains same. So for example, first of all, what we say, when your sales team the makes a call to the prospect, first of all we have to identify the right prospect. So let's see here, right prospect. So this is we have a complete separate class for this thing, but I'm just giving a brief this thing, right prospect. And now, what is the right definition of the right prospect? So basically, we all have been hearing from so many sources, and we also have, most of us have been studied actually in our professional study or somehow in the Google or so many places. Thus, we must have a right audience, right? So first and foremost thing is required. You must have a right prospecting. So right prospecting, let's do it. So first thing is that you need to define, let me take an example here. You need to find out this thing, make this triangle, and this works in your business very well. So now just divide into at least four part. One, two, three, and four. Now what you need to do, divide your prospects. This is a prospect. Okay, these are a prospects. Divide your prospects in four parts. Number one is here. There are prospects where most of the competition lies here. So this is, you can say, the 10%. Market 10%. Here in this part, uh, your prospect lies only the 10%. Now, what will happen? Here you can say, here 90% remains. So, 10, this is a 10% market, 90% market is still left. Here you can say this is a here 20%. And you can say this is a 30%, 40%, let's say. Okay. And this is 70% happens, and where this is 30, again 30%. So divide this thing. So you need to train what we call in the beginning of this workshop. You have to train your team. If you're not training your team and you are just delegating your task, because we all are hearing and we, this is clear to everyone, हमें delegate करना है, then only we can grow. But at the same time, as always, keep in your mind that without training or without resources providing to your team, please never delegate your task. Otherwise, this will be the worst situation, worst condition in your business. So अब सबसे पहले क्या है, if you are providing a training to our team, so हमें सबसे पहले clear होना चाहिए. And similarly, the same knowledge we have to transfer to our team. So here, let's understand. यहाँ पे क्या है आपके, you have you have all competition here. So basically, you must be agree with me हर एक बिजनेस में कंपटीशन है, हर एक बिजनेस में, बट हमें ये देखना है कि व्हाट इज द मार्केट शेयर वी कैन गेट फ्रॉम द मार्केट फॉर आवर प्रोडक्ट सर्विस एंड सॉल्यूशन. So here you have 10%. This is a complete competitive market. हम लोगों में से सबसे ज्यादा गलती क्या करते हैं कि हम लोग 10% की तरफ ही भागते हैं. जो कस्टमर, ये ऐसा मार्केट शेयर है, ये वाला जो 10% वाला है, ये दे आर नोइंग दियर रिक्वायरमेंट. इसको इस तरह से लिख लेते हैं, दे आर नोइंग दियर रिक्वायरमेंट here. They are knowing their requirement and they know all suppliers for their solution, and mostly it has been seen, जब आप इस मार्केट में सेल करने की कोशिश करते हैं तो योर प्रोडक्ट इज नॉट सोल्ड मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम, और यू विल बी एबल टू सेंड विद वेरी वेरी लो मार्जिन. ओके, सो मोस्टली दे बाय फ्रॉम brand. So since you are not brand in your business or segment, so you will not be able to sell here, or you will be, wasting your lot of energy, lot of efforts, lot of time, but still you will not be able to sell this thing. Now let's understand about this one. Okay, so about this one, 20%, they are people. So what we are doing, we are doing the prospecting, and we are trying to dig down in our target market, right? So let's understand this thing. Now here in 20%, they know their requirement and they want to buy cost effective solution. जो जो ऊपर की आपकी 10% मार्केट थी, दे आर नॉट वरिंग अबाउट द कॉस्ट एट ऑल. आपके कॉस्ट क्या है क्या नहीं है, दे आर नॉट वरिंग. दे वांट टू गो विद ओनली द क्वालिटी थिंग्स. दे विल डेफिनेटली गो विद द ब्रांड. दे वर्क विद द ब्रांड. दे यूज देयर professional things or personal things, personal requirements, each and everything from the brand, from 0 to 100. यहाँ पे क्या है, ये लोग जो है ना, and because they have little price budget issue. So if you are putting your efforts, for example, if you are putting your efforts in the 10% market 100%, you may or may not be able to sell. And if you are able to sell, you will be able to sell very less margin. Here for a supplier, very, very less margin. Here they have a budget issue. So a little budget issue. So they focus on getting things in their range. They are open to go for any brand or non branded things. They are open. If someone is there to convince them, so they are open, and definitely they can buy from you. Whether you are a brand or not, it doesn't matter. So 20% market is there. Now let's talk about the 40%. Okay. Now, in that case, this 40% people, these people w- do not know much about their requirement and the benefit from your product or service. Okay, they don't know whatever you are selling, they don't know much about this one. They think actually this is not made for us, this is made for because this is not basically use of in their daily day to day लाइफ. तो वो कंपलसरी चीज नहीं है, और यदि कंपलसरी भी है, यू मस्ट हैव नोटिस दैट द पीपल who falls actually in 40% market, uh, they are very choosy, they are very choosy, and they need push to take buying decision. इनको पता है चीजें थोड़ा सा कि इफ वी आर यूजिंग दिस थिंग वी कैन गेट दिस थिंग, अवर लाइफ मे बी गुड, or we may earn good money whatever solution service you are requirement, but they are very much choosy because they have a big budget constraint, and their thought process is not going in that direction. So what will happen if we are pushing hard these people to make them the buying decisions, so they buy, correct? So this is a that kind of market. Now this is a, you can say, now coming to the 30%, this market is there, they don't know all about your product and service, उनको मतलब ही नहीं है कि हमें ये खरीदना है. They don't know, they only earn for their survival, and they only buy those things who are actually helpful to survive them. They don't know about your solution and service. They need huge push to buy, to take buying decision. So this way, so lack of time, actually I'm not going in that much in detail, but the same time, if you practice this thing and if you're getting stuck, so you can reach out to me, I can help you out. So in this way you can do your prospecting, and you can be actually very enough fortunate to focus on your right target audience. अब आपको चूज करना है. Most of the people, if you analyze this thing, are only fighting in 10%, and we are not focusing on 20%. So basically 20% and 40%, this is a big market share for each and every solution or services. So we need to focus on this thing. कोई जो हम लोग कोई भी सिस्टम यूज करते हैं, व्हाई आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द सिस्टम देन कम इनटू दिस. आप एक्सेल शीट यूज कर सकते हैं, कर रहे हैं, गूगल शीट यूज कर रहे हैं, कोई सीआरएम यूज कर रहे हैं, आप इस तरह से उनको डिवाइड कर लीजिए, एंड बेस्ड ऑन दैट यू कैन सेंड. अब यहाँ पे क्या है कि हाउ यू कैन मेक देम हेल्प टू टेक अ बैंक डिसीजन. इसमें आप मेल कर सकते हैं, देयर आर सो मेनी टूल्स टू प्रैक्टिस दिस थिंग. आप मेलिंग सिस्टम यूज कर सकते हैं, आप व्हाट्सएप यूज कर सकते हैं टू रिटेन, टू ग्रैब और टू हेल्प देम टेक अ बाइंग डिसीजन. अब यहाँ पे जितना आपका यहाँ पे कनेक्ट स्ट्रॉन्ग है, यू विल बी एबल टू कन्वर्ट दैट मच ऑफ कस्टमर्स फॉर योर बिजनेस. And same way you need to understand your team requirement. आप ये बात ध्यान से सुन लीजिए, make a note of this thing. If you don't have such system, such concepts in your business, you'll not be clear where to go, what to do, and you'll not be able to train your team also. अब जब आप टीम को ट्रेन नहीं कर पाएंगे, टीम को हेल्प नहीं कर पाएंगे, यू विल नॉट एबल टू एडुकेट इन द राइट वे टू योर टीम. सो टीम वो हायर फायर वाला सिचुएशन है विच डिस्कस्ड इन द बिगनिंग ऑफ आवर वर्कशॉप. एक्चुअली दैट इज कीप हैपनिंग. So to avoid this thing, let's build this one. So these are prospecting things. अब जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल मैं एक यहाँ पे लेता हूँ. So this right prospecting is required, right? After that, you need to, we were in the lead journey. Lead journey, uh, this is a lead journey, and thereafter, we need to understand after prospecting. Lead journey, we have to come to lead journey. Let's put it in this way. First of all, we have to define the sources, then we have to define prospecting, then lead journey. Now, what is a lead journey? First of all, most of thing, the engagement starts from there. For example, people, you just reach to the right prospecting, we are assuming. So whenever you are connecting with the people, so they will be interested in your service somehow. So first of all, need to understand their requirement, and you can empower your sales team in this case, that how they can rate yourself. Problem is that the understanding varies person to person. Being a business owner, you are full equipped and you have the great understanding of your business, but at the same time, what about your employee? So they, because you're not following each and every leads, you're not connecting to your each and every leads your team is doing. So you have to empower your team. How you can empower, how you can understand, because if they are doing something and you're not doing, uh, you're not able to track them whether they are going the right thing. So this is a big disaster in the business, and this is keeps happening with each and every business owner. सब कुछ कर रहे हैं, टीम काम कर रही है, दे आर फुली बिजी, दैट योर टीम इज आल्सो ट्राइंग, बट दे आर नॉट एबल टू गेट एनी रिजल्ट. So ladies and gentlemen, this is basically the basic region. तो यहाँ पे हम क्या कर सकते हैं, यू फाइंड आउट द स्कोरिंग सिस्टम. उनको आप सिग्नल दे सकते हैं टीम को कि यहाँ पे कैसे हम लोग स्कोर कर सकते हैं. अब स्कोर स्कोर करने के लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा, यहाँ पे हमें इस तरह से काम करना पड़ेगा स्कोरिंग सिस्टम के लिए. स्कोरिंग सिस्टम में भी फॉर एग्जांपल बेस्ड ऑन फ्यू फैक्टर्स. अब आप अपनी टीम को आपको एडुकेट करना है कि हाउ यू कैन जज द प्रोस्पेक्ट वेदर दिस इज अ राइट प्रोस्पेक्ट और रॉन्ग प्रोस्पेक्ट. सो इन दैट केस स्कोरिंग सिस्टम में सबसे पहले हमें क्या करेंगे कि लेट्स टेक some people do not collect the information. When I coach people, I coach business owners, so I'll ask them how many leads you have, because you are in the business from last 10 years. How many leads you have? Where is the data? There is no data. And if there's some people are little smart, so they have a data, but sometimes actually they don't have a contact number, sometimes they don't have contact email. How you can retarget, how you can activate them, how you can connect to them. So this is a big. अब जो हमने लीकी बकेट की बात किया था, जो लीकी बकेट सिंड्रोम होता है, वो यही होता है कि आप डेली स्पेंड करते हैं लीड जनरेशन में, बट इसके पहले जो आपके पास इंक्वायरी आई हुई थी, तो ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन एग्री विद मी, दोज आर ऑल्सो योर prospect somehow, उनकी रिक्वायरमेंट थी उस समय. So they can buy or rebuy some products or service from you. So they're also your prospect at least. So if you are generating, for example, 2000 leads in a year or in a month, so for example, in a month, if you're generating 2000, you can say in a 12 months, in a year, there will be a 24,000. So these 24,000 data is there who are directly related to your product and service, who have inquired once. So if you are keep sending them the emails, or you are sending them the WhatsApp, or you are bringing them in a group, or somehow actually you are able to connect them. So you can get lot of business. So you now your spending to generate and business will be reduced. You'll not required every month then 200 leads, because you have a huge data and you can connect them, you can educate them, you can send educational messages to why, and you can push them to take a buying decision to buy your product or services. So this is a basically mantra actually how you can reduce your expenses. So and this is the only function if you are getting coached or mentored by any person, or you are implementing system. So actually this is the whole idea. of this one, how you can reduce your money expenses in a business, and how you can earn more profit with the less efforts. So this is the only whole idea. So scoring, how you can do it. So this is a contact number. First of all, contact name must be there. Okay. Contact name. Contact name is prospect name. Let's write down prospect name. And the prospect name thereafter, here another thing is that prospect mobile number. These are a very basic thing, but 99% people are not I know compliance with that very strictly. सबको पता है but हो कुछ नहीं रहा है. Prospect email, and then you need to understand the budget, whether your prospect has a budget or not. So you need to train your salesperson. You can be enough smart to get to know these all things in your discussion, and you can extract this information, but at the same time your team may or may not be enough smart if you're not training them. Budget, and then what else can be there? This is authority, whether they are authority or not, they can make decision or not, and they have the right need, whatever they are providing, you are providing. And another thing, they can be time frame. Time frame means whether they want to buy your product or service right now, or they are just inquiring and they will take decision later. And budget, authority, need, and time frame. So at least actually these things must be there actually in the scoring system. So you can define the score, for example, of segment 1, 3, 2. Then, for example, 2, if this is much more important, you can try 4. And then authority, you can see this is also much more important, 4. And you can see you need 2. And this is, for example, time was 3. So based on your actually requirement, you can see that this is actually happening. Uh, yeah. So you can see, yeah, 18. So 18, out of 18, how much score your team is getting? For example, let's make it 5, and this is 5. So this is 20. So out of 20, how many leads score uh, is there? What is the lead score of a particular lead? So your lead can become. So another categorization based on this scoring can be you must have seen, then hot lead, right? And warm lead, or you can say very hot lead, you can mark cold lead. So cold hot, this is a temperature. These are a lead temperature. So I'll ask my people to define first lead temperature. Only journey starts from there only. If you're not defining the lead temperature, it's very much difficult to lose many leads, which may be hot for your business, but your team may or may not be focused on that, or you may or may not be focused on that. So you can say if lead is having, for example, 15 scores, they must be a very hot lead, or 18 score, that must be a hot lead, very hot lead. And for example, this is a 10, so this may be a warm. If it is 5, this is a cold. So you can also categorize leads in this way, and the scoring system you must implement in your business to convert more and more leads, to find out more and more. Apart from that, there's a one thing, lead journey. Let's complete it first. So need to understand the requirement, and thereafter, this I call it contacting. Okay, while contact, then engagement. Engagement, you need to here you can if you are in service or something, that product, if you want to give a sample or a demo something, also you can say demo or sample. You can, you can do it in this way, and you can help them to take a buying decision. This stage helps you to convert, to help your prospect to take a right buying decision. In this way, you have to categorize and you can do it. So let's make me, yeah, in the wrapping style. So this is engagement. Thereafter, you can understand your business, and thereafter you can set the another one. For example, pre uh, decision, follow up, and you can say help them post. Uh, yeah, you can set, or you can also set. So these varies company to company. We need to customize. So I'm helping you to make you learn the concept. Then after you can do it. So post demo, a post sample follow up, and then the you can also, you can another steps or a stage you can set it, this lead journey, pre buying decision. And then another other thing is that you can say won, if they have taken buying decision, and you can set in, you can build the SOP. When you have to define these all things in detail for your team, then only your team can actually implement this thing in your, and thereafter convert it. So this can be a lead journey, basically for your business, or you have to design this lead journey based on this concept only, the scoring system. So these all systems can help you out to understand uh, your prospect, helping them to take a buying decisions, and then only you'll be able to convert more and more leads. Otherwise, uh, you'll keep adding one or two customers every month, and then some people will be going out, leaky bucket syndrome. So you need to avoid this leaky bucket syndrome in your business. Flow control system we talk about, you can also define leads. Okay, from this is a complete lead journey, and thereafter products, you can say operation, this is sales, you can say sales, you can write down sales. Then operation, how they will do it, you have to define these all things, and you have to do it in this way. For example, this is a things, so you can also do it. For example, here you can see sales. After sales, this will be the operation. And in operation, you need to figure out how you are going to handle. So you can write down these all things here, point to wise point. What are the activities? And you can also write down the control system. For example, you are in product company, supply chain management. So you can also write down order will be approved, order will be this one, order form will be this one. So these all SOP you have to bring for the operation thing, and then delivery and the customer service, and then repeat business, getting repeat business, retention. So you can define actually that again differ business to business, but concept is you need to have this system. My concern is you need to have this kind of something system in your business, then only you can grow, or some you can get good customers, and your business can be operated without you also. If you are out from the business for a 6 month, I this is my guarantee, and I have made many businesses like this. Now they are spending only 1 or 2 hours wherever they are. Not matter they have to go to office, they are traveling and still they are able to manage their business. If even though they are completely out from the system for 1 week, 2 week, or 1 month, system won't get affected, and system is running as it is as per their SOPs and the system control system they have defined, and the lead journey they have defined. So in this way it works. So actually I was talking about, again coming to the topic, okay, that you need to build a system. So this is a system. System is very, very broad actually term. We keep talking this one to capture data, system to control. This is very single line. But system is very broad, and you have to understand, you have to build, you have to spend time. You may need some help from any expert. So better than if I'm saying, even though you are investing something on that, so that is not wastage of money, that is a basically the right investment in your business if you are doing so, because this is a one time investment, but your system is getting built. And you, if you are retaining some experts actually in your business, if you are having mentor in your business, so basically that uh, keeps working as a fuel in your business, and your business never get down, and you will keep rocking in your business. So you need to understand this. So system, you can be a, just I was showing the example, you can be a system, for example any system having sales modules. So here journey, for example, let's talk about the sales. So if we go into that, so dashboard must be having some information, and thereafter the lead form you need to you need to have such lead forms you can customize. So like in this system actually you can customize the lead form and all. You can define the qualified definition of the qualified leads, how many leads are qualified, lead distribution, how you can do it, data security can be there. Your team cannot be seen each other data, cannot see each other data, so that's a big thing to be put a control there. That you can prepare a quotation, you can track your team location, target, performance, these all things. So I'm showing just an example how you can have a system in your business. Accounts module, so invoicing, lot of alerts, reminders, sales team reminder, and the prospect messages and the emails to nurture them. So that has to be automatic. Otherwise, manually it's not possible, man. Actually you will be starting initially, and then you will be continuing for a short period of time, and then again you will discontinue, and this keep happening with each and every business owner. वो फोकस नहीं कर पा रहे एक बिजनेस में, क्योंकि एक चीज में, क्योंकि वो फोकस करते हैं ऑपरेशन देखते हैं तो सेल छूटता है, छेट छूटता है, तो अकाउंट्स, देन कस्टमर्स एक्सपीरियंस, रिटेंशन नहीं हो पा रहा, देयर आर सो मेनी थिंग्स. एंड ईच एंड एवरी बिजनेस ओनर इन MSMEs, most of them are who people do not having a system SOPs. They are only uh, caught in this trap. So this is a big thing to consider and overcome. Service desk for service company, inventory if you are supply chain management, and HRM as distributor can manage. Task force is much more important. You can buy from anywhere if you want, but task management is much more important to track and all. For example, here in the system, Borg Desk has a strong basically task force management system here. New task, checklist task you can open and manage all tasks. And this doesn't have that much investment. This is the era of cloud things. So actually you can get earlier, if we go back 15 years, 20 years back. So most of the people was having the in-house system. So they had to spend lakhs of rupees to develop this thing, and it took a lot of time, and most of them actually used to get failed before completion because of so many disputes between software agencies and the customer. So now this is the era of cloud, so you can get in a very, very meager amount in a 2000, 5000, 10,000. So you must get based on the number of users you have. So you can manage task to do your to-do task, your timer on, group task, pending task, this one, this and that. Lot of things are there. And let me open one thing very shortly. Manage all task. You can define subtask, manage all tasks, you can see here. So you can do, for example, about this task, you can go to the history of the task, how many people have commented, what they have done, and actually uh, everyone is getting the WhatsApp message and the mails also, whatever updates are doing. So this is very creates a collaborative environment in your organization. So you must have these kind of tools and system. So I'm talking about the system. So this is called system basically. So most of people actually keep talking, but they don't understand the exact meaning of system. They don't invest their time. They don't invest their money in these kind of things. That's why they are not able to grow, and blame game goes on. They blame team, they blame system, they blame market, they blame competitors. So keep blaming each other. Now just coming to another point, you have to build culture, core values and ethics, and make sure you are a, person who keep always talking uh, with the team about your core values and ethics. If you're not able to educate, or if you're not able to make them understand the value of your core values and ethics, so you won't get succeeded. So basically, one statement is there, one proverb is there, that it is called culture eats strategy for breakfast. So even though you have a strong system, you have a strong SOPs, you have a strong team, but at the same time, if core values are not there and ethics is not there in your system, and this combines and called build culture. So basically, culture is much more important. Otherwise, you can't get succeeded, and no business owner can get succeeded in their businesses. So I actually we are very lacking in the time. So basically we have very less time now. So I'm not going in the detail how you can define the core values, but I will show you how you can define. Let me show you so that you can have some idea to uh, build this one. How you can build. So basically, let me find out. So I have actually this one. I call it intranet. So this is a complete, you can say each and every must have this kind of things. So in my business, you can say this is the internet which is accessible by only with my team. This is a employee corner, their job responsibilities, employee KRA, and the meeting etiquettes, etiquettes. These are core values. Work from home etiquettes. Some of our employees are working uh, in a work from home mode also. Employee policies. So let me open something like that. For example, I'm talking about core values. So in our next workshop, actually, we'll be focusing on building culture and the system. So that will be dedicated. We will also covering how you can make your team accountable in an efficient way, how you can hire a team, how you can hire a right team for your business in our next workshop next Sunday. So building a relationship, good pick believes in, for example, relationship with its customer and prospect. We have 90% per retention. So these are our core values. So we keep teaching our team member about our core values, true commitment. What is true commitment in our company? What is the meaning of true commitment, and how they can live up to true commitment with their customer, among themselves, and with their management. So true commitment is being practices. Transparent communication must be there, no politics, and only the straightforward something at the workplace. Transparent communication is there. So we are using the task force, Borg task force, for the complete transparent communication. Believe we don't believe in verbal communication in our company. So in this way, we are able to sustain. We are able to grow from last 12 year in the market, and that's what actually we have built the system. And before that, I was also suffering as all of you or many business owner are suffering. I was also suffering, but when I realized the importance of this thing, and I started doing this one. So I'm achieving now the retention, good right team, and they are accountable to deliver their work. So these all things is happening, and I keep training. These all things I'm having a training material for my team. Positive attitude, principle of reciprocity. Positive attitude you can see in my team, and the principle of reciprocity means whatever we do with others, and that comes automatically back to us. So we believe in this one. If we are doing wrong practice with other, definitely that ultimately result will come back to us. So do we believe in this one? So we teach business owner how to build this kind of intranet to build culture in your company. So this is a thing actually we do it. So let's move forward. Culture. Then again coming to those. So basically, what is the another problem? And we are practicing most of the business owner. We are busy in hire and fire. So you can't actually succeed in your business if you do not have a right team for your business. So how you can have a right team? So what the problems actually you are facing? What practicing? So you are hiring without any job description, writing job description, no KRA fixed before hiring. आपके पास ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल स्ट्रक्चर ही नहीं है कि कहाँ पे मुझे सक्सीड होने के लिए. Let me show you. For example, let me go back here. Uh, Here. So what we have defined here, that goal setting. So let me rename this goal setting. So basically, this goal setting template. Now the what will be the next thing? You need to define the proper organized structure. So why, for example, how many sales team required? How many sales team required actually to achieve this task? 8 people. Then how the 8 people will be placed? What will be the job description before hiring? We need to define what skills they need to have. How many people must be having a leadership skills? How many people must be having a core sales skills or experience? So if we do not write these all things, so nothing can happen. And the same thing will keep practicing कि आप hire करेंगे 2 महीने 3 महीने बाद वो result produce नहीं करेगा. Either you will kick them or they will be out from your company. So actually this is much more important, this thing, to understand and build the system and build the organizational structure for this thing, right? So you need to have this organizational structure for this thing, and you need to define the KRA, and the completely you will be knowing which person need to hire at which place we need to put. We keep money on top over skills and experience. हम लोग क्या करते हैं, हमें कहते हैं कि भाई हमें कोई 15,000 रुपए का बंदा मिल जाए, एंड आफ्टर वी डोंट एनालाइज एंड जज द स्किल्स एंड एक्सपीरियंस फॉर दिस थिंग. No training is required, and this thing. So my screen is not share, I believe. Oh, so let me show you my screen. Yeah. So this thing, now I believe my screen is visible. So no training module or no skill addition is happening, no review and system happening, very high expectation we have from the employee. And even though we are not training to them, we are not educating them, we are not providing any system, we are not providing any training, how they can produce a result for us. So this is a big irony what is going on in the MSMEs and the startup ecosystem, but not happening this thing. Now the solution for the growth. So basically, solution of the growth is you have to act like a CEO, you have to work like a chief growth officer, you'll have to have a effective team system and culture, what we talked about in our workshop today. And what about me? I'm having 20 plus years of professional experience and 9 plus years of corporate experience, 11 years of entrepreneurial experience in ERP and CRM systems, ERP implementation, business coaching, mentorship, and consultancy, and 4 year plus helping has helped 200 plus business owners to grow with their system. And my goal is to coach 100 companies to reach to the 100 plus crore club by 2036, to help 1 million lives to succeed to achieve their goal and upliftment to the next level. Okay, so this is my goal. That's a part of this workshop keep happening every week. And what I believe, that you have to define the roadmap to success. Otherwise, you will not be able to succeed for this thing. Think like a CEO program is there, and after that, you can learn so many things in the next workshop. Basically, we'll be uh, focusing on more on how to build a control system for using CRM and ERP for your organization. So we'll be covering this more than other things in our next talk. And thank you very much for being part of this workshop. So again, I appreciate your patience, and hoping you will be learning something. And this is we call it learning Sunday. So let's make our Sunday learning Sunday, and let's implement system, SOPs, and let's change our thought process to become a effective CEO of our company, and let's embrace the growth. Thank you so much, and happy Sunday, happy weekend. Thank you.